Hey, we should be back live right now. Welcome back to another session here. So let's see if we finally gonna break out of this range of previous highs, and then we're gonna go for a long. We're gonna follow the momentum. We're gonna go with the trend, and if not, and we keep getting rejected as we see right here, then we're just gonna open up a short. So everything is prepared. Everything is planned out for today. I will short when I get confirmation with a break below. Then it might go back to 650. So short below here, target back here. You know me, I'm always closing when we reaching 25 points, not even. DAX is also showing weakness. We've been testing the previous highs of 600 and we keep getting rejected. And of course, if we break above 600 and I see progress above, I might consider going for a long, but else it's just going to be short, especially if we break below 50 again. So break below here would really trigger short for me. I'm okay trading in the pre-market session because we already had news. It is not that risky. I'll open up a light short here on DAX. I think DAX could really sell off, a lot. You can already see that we have progress on the Nasdaq. Let's see if we have the same progress here. I'll close for some good profit there. Just a little quick scalp with you guys. Remember, you need the live data feed on Thunder Pro Futures or any prop firm you're trading, the OX I think it's called. And then you need to trade the XM if you're trading the mini DAX futures, moving the same as the Nasdaq. So confirmation, we got below. I want to see if we can break below a second time. So below 30 it's a short. Here it's also a short. It's a very clean short, but let's just be careful. It could push back while we're opening, and they could try to push the market a bit higher before they're gonna drop it. This is Friday, is usually very strong, but let's see here, strong rejection. I'll go back for a short here. It's currently at 48 or 49. Let's see here if we're gonna push down. We're gonna open in about 4 minutes. We went to 38. Let's see here if this is gonna push down or if this is gonna push right back up again. I could consider closing this one out here before opening. So we have 4 minutes to go. Then we're gonna open. It's interesting to see where the market is gonna head today. Either it's really gonna sell off or it's gonna push. And Nasdaq is not giving us any signal here. I would like to close this one out here around 540 or maybe 530. Could also be 520. Let's see here. So it's selling below. Nasdaq is consolidating right now. We might see a push on, a big push on DAX here. They could try to get the stop losses out. So I'm moving my stop loss back to highs. Big selling pressure on Nasdaq. I don't know why DAX is not really falling through. I'm gonna exit this short on DAX again at 41. 39 could also be fine. So took 2 quick scalps. We not yet open, but we saw a big push down on the Nasdaq. We just sold off 60 points. We might also see a big push down on the DAX. Little unlucky, I closed it there at 41. You could close it now if you want, or you can hold it. I closed it. Okay, so it did exactly what I expected. Beautiful push. It's only been going short. We're gonna open in 2 minutes. I missed this one. Every time we get to 25, it's pushing right back again. So let's see if we're just gonna clean follow through. Yeah, okay, very unlucky that I exited this one. But I know the support was 525, it could be, and it was a little tricky here. Like, I mean, it could easily come to 600, and I know it could come to 525, but then it's like, what do I really have to work with? And the market is going to open now, so they would maybe push the market, test stop losses, maybe push it up to 800 and then sell it back later. But trading very quick, been doing amazing for the past couple of months. Really figured out the strategy that really works for me, and I'm gonna be extremely disciplined about this. So I saw this. I think it's gonna sell off, but let's see here. I would like to go in for a quick light short here at 35. It's very risky. The market is about to open. They could push the market higher before they're gonna dump it. So be careful and understand the risk. They would like to push the market maybe before they're gonna dump it. But let's see here. They will open in about now. We should be open. Big push on DAX and selling pressure on Nasdaq. I think this will come in a minute. So I'm currently short. I'm short DAX. Okay. It's very weird that we're pushing up. It's very weird because Nasdaq is really selling off. I'd like to add to this short here. I'm adding to it here. So big push down on Nasdaq, but DAX is pushing. Very weird. Not super often we see this. Maybe they want to take the stop losses out before they're gonna dump the market. Wow, I did not expect a big push on DAX when we saw this massive sell-in pressure on Nasdaq. If Nasdaq breaks below 65, I think they could dump the DAX, but let's see here. Wow. Really lots of selling pressure here. A lot. Like, I mean, a lot on Nasdaq. But DAX keep pushing. That's very weird. That's super rare. You see that. My target is 450 for DAX. They could hold it right now and they could push Nasdaq all the way back. It makes no logic sense why they're holding the DAX so strong. I might consider moving my stop loss up again here. Wow. I did not expect that we're gonna see such a big push on DAX when Nasdaq is getting rejected. So it was a short for me, and I'm also considering going short on this one as well. It's insane that they pushing it down, but not really, and then they pushing the DAX all the way back. But DAX have been showing some strong support around 450 and some past resistance around 605 and 621. So we could see a potential push on the DAX, but let's see here. I'm currently short DAX, as you can see, with a target of 450. It might not work out. I'm considering closing some of it. Mm, let's see here. Big push on Nasdaq and DAX is not really falling through. That's the weird part here. They could push it back. Let's see. I'll exit this one here. If we can see a push back to 35, but let's see here. Beautiful push. But Nasdaq and DAX is not moving the same way. Big push back. Well, they're really trying to push it all the way back again. They could. Remember, you need to sign up in the weekend for data feed on Funder Pro. DAX is always much easier for me. I'm happy to trade the Nasdaq if we break below here 650. But if we do not break below 650, I just don't want to short it. So for me, a short would be break below here. They could really push it up now. And they might well. Wow. I really did not expect a strong push on the DAX, to be honest with you. But we're still showing some weakness, lower highs, lower lows. Will we really get below? Nope. I'll close this one out here for around break even. The ones I opened at 52. And the other one here, I might also consider closing it out for around 5:30 maybe. But let's see here. We'll close it out maybe at 5:30. Let's see. It could push back. The Nasdaq is showing strong momentum. Wow. Get ready for exit if we can break back to 500 maybe. I think that's going to be my target, but it's very tricky right now. Very tricky. Big push, big push on the Nasdaq. So no progress below, no progress above, sideways, a lot of noise. And we have strong push on DAX as well. I'm gonna have a pretty clear setup today. So I'm gonna move my stop loss down to 602. I think I'm gonna have my take profit at 450. I did not expect such a strong DAX, but the Nasdaq is really showing some progress, and that's why we're seeing the same here. Wow. Currently have my target back here. I want to see if this is really going to continue, because I might consider going for a short here, but I want to see progress below here. We always have resistance on the Nasdaq at 750. Always. I think the target for this Nasdaq could be that we're going to end around the lows of 400. So I think there's 300 points in potential upside for this short. Over here I see easy 100 points, but I could be wrong. Big push down. It's very weak today. It's very weak. They could also push it back, and I know that. I still have one open position here. They're really trying to test our patience, how patient we are. Wow, big push again. It's really playing with us today. It's interesting to see how high they really gonna push it. They might push it to 600, maybe a little bit higher. The DAX is also very hard today compared to the Nasdaq. So Nasdaq went back to 650. Now we see some resistance. We might get resistance at 750, but people know that, so they have their stop losses around here. So a good one would be short, light, have it stop loss up here, and then target back to 400. Big push on the DAX. I'm gonna move my stop loss up here, and then I would like to add to it. But I don't want to be in here for so long. I currently have 628, and then I have target at 450. So I'll just hold it. I have to head out in about 4 minutes. Progress above here, I would consider going long, but it's not a long day for me on a Friday. For me personally, it's not. I could be wrong. It's more a short day for me. And especially if we can break below 650. Big push again. Very hard today. Especially trading the DAX. I'm gonna go for a light short here again, 25%. Let's see. It's very tricky. I'll exit this one here again. Also a little scalp. It's trading very hard compared to what it really should be trading at. Last time it only went down to 505. So the DAX one, I think I'm gonna close it at 505 or 508. I have my TP at 450, and I have my stop loss up here. Still testing. It could push up. It could also sell off now. Do not underestimate. The Nasdaq could really sell off, and it could really break below here and show lower highs, so we could end around 500. So to me, it's a very weak sign. I don't want to look too much at the screens today. I have a good setup here for the DAX. I'm currently still holding it. It should really sell off today. It should be a good day to be short. It could be a very good day, but it could also take off. It really depends on what Nasdaq choose to do. I'm not gonna trade this Nasdaq in these ranges. We see every time it goes back to 650, it's pushing up, and you can see 2 red bars is falling after. So to me, it's very negative. Break above, I'm not doing anything, but really break below, I'm considering going for a short later tonight. But right now, I'm just waiting. I'm not doing anything. I would like to exit this little short here if we can get a push now. Again, we might not see the push as we expected, but if we see it, I would like to exit it. Could also move my my stop loss back to 582, but then I'm afraid that I might get stopped out, and it might push, as you see right there. You see it's pushing. Yeah, I would be very careful. I think it could push. You see it's pushing right here. Wow. Big push. Very big push on Nasdaq. Big push. They're trying to take everyone out. Not super sure if they're going to dump it today. Big push. They could do the same with the DAX in a minute. Not super sure if they will dump it. You know what? I'm still holding my short. Gonna end it here. Having my stop loss at 610. I do not think it's gonna really break above here. I think it's an overreaction. So I have my stop loss up here. I have my take profit here. I want to test my own patience, and I want to hold this setup. Okay. Currently down 4K. It's not that bad, but yeah, it is what it is. Nasdaq is extremely volatile. You shouldn't be trading here. Do not trade. Promise me. Do not trade. Promise me. Do not trade. Okay? It's a fake out. They could take you out very quick. Okay? Could also just move this to 522. Let's see. Wow, big push. Might come back to here. Let's see here. Wow, beautiful push. Beautiful push. We'll exit this one at break even. Let's see here if we can get it. Nope. Exit now. I just exit for a little loss. It's okay. It is what it is. I'm not gonna trade more out. I want to hold the weekend now and keep cash. Okay, you can always make money on Monday again. So see you. Looking forward. Do not trade more. I can let you know in the trade ideas if I take any good